y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Catch That, where we analyze, dig deep, and talk honestly about R&B artists, albums, and much more with folks in the industry and other music experts. I am naturally Elise, and that's my bro,
JR.
And we are the R&B representatives, and we are welcoming back our play cousin, Zoe. What up, though?
What up, though? What's this? Is this number 4 or 5? I done lost count.
Five.
This is 5?
Yes.
There we go.
I love it.
Right on time with the Kendrick single.
Okay.
Right on time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And yes, and Zoe's returning, like I said last time. If you don't know Zoe, you should know Zoe.
You
should. But he's a producer, multi-instrumentalist, musical director, and a million other musical wonderful things. And yes, hey.
What up? What up?
So, J.R.
Yes.
How about you tell the folks what we're going to talk about today and why?
Okay, so we know that, again, Zoe has been on 5 times, right? So when he said this album that he wanted to talk about after we got off talking about The Faith, y'all love The Faith. Respect to y'all with that episode. Like, whoo!
That was fun.
Y'all did the damn thing with that Faith episode. Wow. But he was like, I want to talk about Supa Dupa Fly by Missy. Yes. And we bringing some hip-hop flavor to it. Only Zoe can do this. Only Zoe can do this. So we're going to talk about this album. We're going to get deep into it. We're going to talk about everything and really how we got introduced to Missy. So how did everybody, Zoe, how did you get introduced to Missy from the start?
The first time I heard Missy was probably where I heard Missy and knew it was Missy. Because we had heard her, like I had heard her on the Diary of a Madman album, but like the jams that she was on, I didn't really run like that. So the first time I heard Missy and like knew it was Missy was Gina Thompson, the Things You Do remix. And you know, that was my what was that, 96? So that was I think that was my freshman year of college when that came out, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around then. And everybody was talking about the hee how ad-lib. And you know, that's what stuck, and that's what really, you know. And it was interesting because you know, when Missy first came out, when she was first recognizable to me as a rapper, you know, was my first look. You know, I wasn't really on it. Like I was like, you know, and it was basically because I didn't get it. So like, you know, it's 96, 97, I'm like 17, 18 years old. And, you know, my whole thing is, you know, I'm coming off of Wu-Tang, I'm coming off of Black Moon, I'm coming off of Tribe and De La. So like, I'm wanting to hear hip hop. I want to hear lyrics and rappity rap and all that, you know what I mean? So when, you know, you hear somebody just break into a bar where it's just he, and it's like, what? It went straight over my head. So it was interesting now listening to Supa Dupa Fly and hearing her style. And, you know, of course, you know, soon after that, like you respected it because it was like, yo, you know, as particularly now as an artist and as a musician and somebody who releases my own albums, where you know that it's about the full song and how the full song feels to you rather than, you know, trying to pick it apart, even though, you know, I do that to myself, but, you know, especially, you know, but trying to pick it apart or whatever. And then, you know, you got somebody who's rhyming and their rhymes are more like styled and stylistic. And, you know, she's hopping in and out the pocket and, you know, they tested these different pockets, and hearing it now, like I hear it with a totally different ear and I love it. Cause I'm like, yo, that's a style, you know. I'm naming like 5 other records like after that has the same style. And you know, this, you know, so-and-so took, you know, borrowed this harmony and put it, you know, that's why she and Elliott worked so well. So you know, just like a lot of the same harmonies and, you know, same nuances. But yeah, the Gina Thompson joint was the first time that I heard Missy and recognized it as Missy.
Okay. Yeah, that's Actually, I knew that record, but me being such an R&B head too, it was like when Aaliyah came out with If Your Girl Only Knew. And of course, me reading them liner notes, I'm like, Melissa Elliott. I know that name before because y'all gonna laugh like I'm up. But my mom got me the single of Ravens. That's
wow, yeah,
that's what little
girls are made of. Yeah. So
but that shit made a lot of noise. That song made a lot of noise.
It did. And it was like when she got that, I was like, I remember it from that. So I was like, oh, so she's on this. And then I saw the Gina Thompson joint and the He How got me. I was like, oh, that's her. Yeah. Oh, okay. And by then, Missy was on fire because then she did I Rock the Party with MC Light. Yep. Then she had, was the remix to You Don't Have to Worry from New Edition. Then she had the 702 joint, Stilo. So Missy was like, she was all over the place. I was like, okay, she's on fire. Like, what the heck? You know what I mean? And I was just like, this girl is slick with her little finger waves and her Air Forces, the high top joints too, that had the little buckle on.
She looked like how she rhymed.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why I was like, and my mom liked her because she liked her style. It was completely different on what we were mainstream was pushing. This is the time where Little Kim, Foxy is getting pushed. So it's this new girl that's giving you the flavor of that 80s fun hip hop that we all love. Right. And my mom was like, I like this. It was giving her Salt and Pepper. It was giving her MC Light. So mom was playing a lot of that. And then when Missy comes along, she's like, I like her. I like her style. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a little town boyish. You know what I'm saying? Now, because my mom like, I ain't with these little tight skirts and stuff. That ain't my bag. Like, that ain't me. And my mom was like, I liked her. So Missy was just, played a lot around. So,
And I remember Missy was so smart, whether it was intentional or not, with that he how, because 96, I was in high school. I was a senior. And I just remember us saying he how, like all the time, all day, every day. Like,
it was very much like that was her trademark at that time.
And that thing is, so that put you on, put her on your radar. And so you're like, who the fuck is this? Tell me something. We cracked jokes about it, whatever, but the song was so knocking and her little verse was so fun. Like, so it was, you were like, you were looking out for her.
Yeah, that song was crazy. That song was crazy.
It went so hard, it just came into
and just to think that to have all that, we was just like waiting for what she was coming with. She had to be coming out with an album to have all of this, you know what I mean? And then then you go into 97. So Aaliyah's One in a Million is on fire right now. Then she's working with SWV with Can We? Then she's working with Total with What About Us? You know what I'm saying? Like, Missy is in there. Like, she is like, yo, this girl she's everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
And she was content. She was content with that.
Yeah.
Because she had got burned so tough with the sister situation.
With sister. Yeah.
That she didn't even want to step back out there anymore. And then, he how comes and it's kind of like, I mean, the door is open for you.
Right. It was like Sylvia Rome was like, now, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. You are hot right now. Yeah. Like, and Missy was like, the only reason why she did this album was to get her own label because she wanted to put artists on. So to think we got an album like this with somebody that just really didn't care. Like, it was just like, all right, I'm making this album a one-off and then I'm going to get a label.
But you know what? It's good that she didn't care.
Yes.
Because she wasn't trying to fit a mold or script. It was good that it was pure.
You get it.
You can tell.
Absolutely. Like, that is totally she and Tim just, and she said it took them 2 weeks to do this joint.
2 weeks.
And this album got a lot of songs.
A lot.
Yeah, it's very 97 in track list. Very 97 in track
Very
list.
97.
You put the CD in, you like, damn, 21. Oh, all right.
If this was another like a rap group album, they'd have made this a double album.
You ain't lying.
or added some more pointless skits on it.
That was that time of the double album era.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Which that 95% of double albums need to be single albums anyway, but that's a whole nother show.
Hello.
That's a whole nother show.
You ain't lying there, though. But it was like what they did, because they didn't even do, Timbaland and Missy didn't even do the whole Aaliyah project. It was just like the singles, but it was like, damn, this is some new shit, because it was like, again, we're coming off of that New Jack. We're coming into what Brian Alexander Morgan kind of pushed forward. And now we into this new, everybody is kind of producing like rappers now. You know what I mean? They got hip hop production. Jimmy and Terry even did it when it came to Janice. That's the way love goes. They looped that up like a rapper. So it was a whole new sound. So finally you get Aaliyah that comes with this whole new like double time type of stuff. And it was like, damn, what is this? Like this is some new shit. You know what I'm saying?
When I first heard, because I mean, If Your Girl Only Knew was the first look, and I remember that being, I was like, yo, that's hard as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But when One in a Million, the single came out, like I stopped what I was doing and was like, what the fuck is
that?
That
was a culture shift.
Yeah. Like
I literally remember the first time hearing it and like having to just pause, and then I'm like, what is this beat doing? I don't understand it, but I like it.
It's so irky.
It's like and
like,
but then you go into a groove and then it's back to what'd you say? In and out of the pocket, like you said. That's what it was.
You in and out of the pocket. Like the next 5-6 years, like that's what I wasn't like in 96. I was not a producer. Like I was still trying to find my bearings. My whole concentration was on baseball, but I'm so happy I wasn't, because I'm sure that One in a Million coming out scared a lot of people.
It did.
And you know why it scared a lot of people? Because for the next 5-6 years, that's what you heard people imitating, was One in a Million.
That's why on this Supa Dupa album, Missy talking her shit, because she like, niggas is beat biting.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like she was really talking her shit.
Between Pass the Dutch and Beat Biter, like she let the chopper fly real quick.
Yeah. She was like, y'all on that shit.
Yeah. And this is something I was gonna say for later in the conversation, but y'all kind of went on the path of it, is when I was listening to this album to prepare for the show, because I hadn't listened to it in its entirety in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But I found when I was listening to it, I was like, oh my gosh, like it was kind of hard at first because so many people like stole or kind of bit that style in that time that it sounded like all that other stuff, but that was the the source.
Yeah. And
by the time Missy was to the next album, they won't sound like that. She was on to something else.
Totally different.
But everybody was still doing that for years.
Yeah.
Kind of still kind of doing it now a little bit.
Man, look,
if you want to keep it a buck,
She and Tim got so many children out here, man. It's not even funny.
Absolutely.
It's not funny. Like if you think about all the music that used Tim's drum kits, that used his sounds, that used the start stop, like One in a Million, the boom, boom, like you hadn't heard hi-hats come in 30 seconds before like that in R&B. And then boom, 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 boom. Like how many songs got that in it from 97 to like 2001?
Every one of them.
Like you can go from, No Scrubs, you can go to Heaven, One of Heaven Got a Ghetto. I remember hearing that for the first time and I was like, oh, Timbaland got a new joint. He did something on the Pac joint. It wasn't him.
I thought that too.
I was kind of disappointed. I was kind of disappointed. No disrespect, but like I was kind of disappointed. But I mean, it was everybody was taking a sample, man, and Tim and Missy was, you know, they were still running to the end zone. They were still running to the house and ducking and dodging folks, while at the same time changing up, because it's like, you know, y'all doing that. Okay, we're gonna do ride or die chick. Okay, we're gonna do, you know, up jumps the boogie. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna continue to flip things. But like Tim was using kind of the same drum sounds and stuff, maybe the first couple runs, and was making jams. That Hot Like Fire remix, Jesus Christ, like what?
Damn, you got me tongue-tied. Wait a minute.
What? Come on, man.
I can't even listen to the original Hot Like Fire anymore. No. I can't. Like literally on my playlist with Aaliyah's album, it starts with the intro and then it goes to the Hot Like Fire remix. Like I can't even listen to the original like that. Man. Like
that remix was so hard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Jack, because I remember we played it on the radio show, and you was like, "Long as it's the remix," and then just like that. And in my head, I'm like, I don't know why he would think I would play anything other, you know.
I do remember that. I forgot.
It's real shit, because that joint come in hard as hell on note one.
Oh my god, yo. Like that's why I was like, I'm so glad that they did a remix for that record, because it was just like, don't get me wrong, it was cool on the album. That's how after the intro, it's like it's kind of bringing you in, and then it goes into 1 in a million. But when they came out with that remix, I was like, man, I don't even care about the original Hot Like Fire. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the original made a just fine album cut, but the remix made a great single.
That part.
That shit is crazy. Yeah. I mean, he was using those sounds and, you know, manipulating, and, you know, he basically took the tempo. There's nothing really on Supa Dupa Fly that's really over 89 BPM. Everything is down tempo. So even the swing in R&B changed, so that, you know, you instead of this, it was more bounce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, you slow the tempo down and you bounce with it. So even that changed. Like it's so many different things that kind of stopped on a dime with this album. Like it's kind of funny to even go back and look at it. Like, damn, like they really had the bounce. Yeah.
And just to think that they were doing all of that in the basement, and Devontae wasn't kind of paying it too much mind. You know what I mean? And it was just like, do you know what you got right here? Like, so they was like, you know what? I'm out. And when he gave Genuine Pony, it was a wrap. It was done. It was like, this is something new. This is something fresh. And then once they gave everything to Aaliyah, and it was
a wrap.
Who are these two? Like, where are they from? We need to know where they from. And everybody want to work with them. Everybody.
That Genuine though. That's
with the Stevie sample.
Hot like fire. No pun intended.
Oh, boy, we just sampling Visions right now, and
doing it amazingly.
What?
Come on, man. You sampling Minnie for Elliott?
You better, Zoe. You better.
Man, I love that record. I love Heartbroken. I love that record, man.
Oh my God, that is my favorite joint on the album. Honestly, Heartbroken is my favorite record on the album. Oh my God.
But people be sleeping on that Genuine Bachelor and that 100% Genuine. People be sleeping on it.
They do.
They need to wake up, because that shit is
great. They sleep.
And it still sound good.
He got jams. Genuine.
You do.
Mad jams.
Yeah.
So when y'all heard Rain, Rain, for the first time, what did you think when you heard The Rain?
The first time I heard The Rain, I saw the video. And I can't remember if it was a premiere, but I know it was early, because at that point, it's like July 97, all they were playing was The Rain and More Money, More Problems video. That's all you saw. You saw.
Okay, I might as well just throw my index card away because those.
That's it. Like you would be on like MTV or something, and then you see Puffy with the golf shit on, with being Tiger Woods, or you would come in and you see Missy in the bag.
Yep.
And the video was like so crazy. Like you almost like the music was almost background music.
I was gonna say that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit jamming, like it's jamming like hell. But it's like it fit, like her videos took her music and just, I mean, it got it out of here.
Like she said, she wanted her videos to be like the premiere of when Michael and Janet and all them came out. And it did, because when you want it to be like, damn, what is Missy doing in this video? It's weird. She's literally in a trash bag. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody was doing that. And then to have the cameos of everybody in there gave it more credibility. You know what I'm saying? To have everybody in there, have Taj in there, have Toto in there, have, you know, Kim and Lil C's and all them in there. Mind you, all these people are hot around this time. She probably done wrote and produced a record for every last one of them. So it's like, it gave her that credibility. And then the video was just like, it was weird, but you liked it. It was like, I want to see this again. Like,
for sure.
Because I remember seeing it for the first time. I remember being like, what? Like, to be honest, I was like, what the fuck is this? But I can't look away. I don't know what this is.
It looked
and
like,
then after seeing it like the
time.
third or fourth time, and then I'll pick out something different that was going on every time. And then with the music, and I was like, oh, I like this. I like weird shit. I like this.
Nah, for real. Like it was big. It was futuristic. It was very colorful. It was on some next shit, which is what the music was. Like it was very complimentary to what they were doing musically. And for her to be, this dark-skinned Black woman who's, with these full lips and everything is accentuated in the video, like that was a firm step forward for her and other Black women at the same time, because it opened the doors for those with talent that we already knew had talent. It opened the door to the industry, to where it's just like, you need to be listening a little bit harder and looking a little bit less. Or stress that.
Yeah, and speaking of that, usually in the industry, and honestly, even maybe changed in the last few years, but like if you were a heavier set girl, and I don't mean normal people heavy, I mean industry heavy. So if you was more than size 6 or 8, like forget about it. They were showing you here. They were showing you from a distance. They were more showing your dancers instead of you. Nah, Missy kind of like, I'm sitting on this hill and I'm just gonna sit here and do this.
Yep. And on top of that, I mean, you coming, we like 6-7 years removed from Martha Wash not being in the video at all.
That part too.
You know what I'm saying? So for her to come in, just be bold and be like, I'm full figured, whatever. I'm gonna get a garbage bag and I'm gonna be even bigger. And then when I look in the camera, my lips are gonna be bigger.
And I'm gonna put my face in camera like this. You have to see me.
You gotta do,
because she said when on Raven's video they told her that she couldn't be in it.
See, and that was what, 92, 93?
93. Yep. And like you said, that was a year removed from what Martha had to go through. So to get her to do that, she said, you know what? I'm gonna make fun of what the industry making fun of, but I'm gonna make it cool. Exactly. And that's what she did in the video. Like she made it cool. She's sitting there dancing in the rain with skinny girls behind her in drawers.
Yep.
And she in front.
And she in front getting it.
And she grooving. That's the thing. Like it was like,
and she can move.
Yeah, like she's really light on her feet. On top of everything else she's talented at, she can also move. So it's like Come on, man. Like so with all of that, like she came off really, really likable, like really likable.
That, yeah.
A lot of fun. This is somebody I can hang out with. This is somebody I can kick it with. You know, this is somebody that's my sister. This is somebody that's my lover. Like it can be, you know, it can go in any angle. And when you come out like that and when you roll out like that, you can't, like, you're on a trajectory to win. Like that's what it is.
And then speaking of the rollout, now this is she premiered Rain, right? The Rain. She has Can We that's out. Mm-hmm. She got What About Us is out. Up Jumps the Boogie. And Not Tonight with Lil' Kim and all them. She had to win. Like it was no way you can.
Love was ready.
It was like, yo, it's right here.
Yep.
Missy, take it and run. You know what I'm saying? Like if she didn't win off this, I would have blamed Sylvia Rhone and Electra because I'm like, y'all had all of the pieces. Yep. There was no way that Missy could not win. She's coming off of 96, coming into 97, and she's producing for everybody. She's in the video. And then you come out with Rain? Come on. Like, she had to win. It was a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be like Missy instead of being like Mike. Okay.
So did that make y'all, like, did that make you go actually buy the album after the Rain?
No, the song that made me go buy the album was Beat Me 911.
Oh, I knew it.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
That shit. That shit is so stupid. Like if you listen to it, you press play, and besides just the core beat just being ridiculous, there's so much other stuff going on.
Yes.
With Timbaland, layering himself beatboxing, which I don't know if I don't have confirmation, but I know that that's what Mike used to do. That's what MJ used to do. With like that he would,
I was just watching a documentary on that about Dangerous, and that's exactly what he did. He used to, I
have a multi-track session of, I think it's Scream, and there's a track of him beatboxing straight through the song, technical beatboxing. And I'm like, man, this is, that's probably where Tim picked it up. Maybe so, maybe not. I don't know, but it was the same thing. I think Tim was more pronounced in the song, but like it's him, him beatboxing. It's stuff going on in this ear, stuff going on in this ear, and then you've got crickets happening again, a la 1 in a Million. You got the snaps on the snare. Like he's using kind of the same snare, but now there's snaps on it, so it's almost a different snare now.
Yeah,
and just you got all this happening, and then all of a sudden you hear these little bass licks come in. I was like, yo, man, what the fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop.
And for so much to be going on in that song, it doesn't sound clunky. The song, like, with all that going on, it still kind of sounds ethereal. Like, it's like, how did you do that?
Yeah. And when them chords come in, and like, it's just, you're in a dream zone. Like, and there's only a couple chords, so it's still very simple. It's still, the jam is still there, the groove is still there. And then she adds her vocals, and then it just gets like really eerie and dark. I'm like, yo, this shit is ridiculous. What the fuck was y'all on that day?
And then you got Mila coming in with that gospel. Missy knew how to use people in the right parts, yo.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
She knew she needed that gospel, because honestly, when you listen to Missy, period, you can, her backgrounds that she do, you can hear the gospel influence that she has, period. But she knew she needed Miller to come in with that, like, come on, like,
702 came in and they did the thing. They did that thing.
Yeah, they did.
They did that thing on that one.
Give me a goddamn sign.
Well, you know what? Because I figured, I was like, Zoe, I think gonna come in with Beat Me 911. When my mom got the album, because she went to Sam Goody and copped it. She went to Sam Goody and brought it home. The cassette we were still doing cassettes. Sorry, CDs were too expensive for us. But we
get it how you live. Get it how you live.
Listen, we wasn't getting the bonus tracks. That's all that was.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So when she heard "Stock It to Me," when we heard that,
because that's her era.
Yes, and that we heard. You know what I'm saying? We heard the Delphonic, but we heard, you know, that horn on Ready or Not, Here I Come. You know what I'm saying? I did like that song, Elise. I know why you smiling, jerk. But I know exactly why she's smiling. Because she know, oh God, I knew I was going to get it. I knew it. But it was like, yo, when we heard that, my mother was like, yeah, I'm going to get this. Because I liked her from Rain. I liked her from all the other stuff. I'm going to get this record. You know what I'm saying?
They had that shit bouncing.
Oh my God, like that. Them horns was like literally blaring at you. Like when it first comes in, it's dun, 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 dun.
And
again,
heard it just come in and just go, no. Like
right. Like you got you got this hard ass track, and then Missy just sprinkling verses on top of that joint.
And mind you, she's not rapping on the record. She's singing on the record. Like, like she's singing. She like, all right, Brad, I'm gonna need you to come in. I'm gonna need you to spit your verse, do what you do, but I'm gonna come behind you and I'm just gonna be singing.
Can we talk about how hard the Brat bars on there is though?
Well, Missy digged in her ass because the Brat was nervous. She said she nervous, and Missy was like, will you get in that damn booth and spit this verse? Like, you taking up time.
well, she done good. She done good. I be rap hands on that.
She ate that verse. She
ate.
Oh my God.
That's so dope. Yeah.
This whole album is basically like literally Missy and Friends. Like that's the whole premise of the album. Like Lil' Kim was in the video. She ain't even on the song.
Nope.
And she's like one of the main characters in the video with Missy. Like that's, to me, watching that.
to
make that Mega Man video, like, yo.
Like that shit was cool. That shit was cool to see. Like
it was so dope. Because it brought Lil' Kim into her world.
Yeah.
But Lil' Kim was still being her, but you didn't have to see Lil' Kim's image. It was Missy's image on Lil' Kim, but it still was dope. You know what I'm saying?
You would never see Lil' Kim do that on her own or with Junior Mafia.
No, it wasn't like when Missy went on the what no matter what you say video. You know that was
he was in Kim world.
Yeah, that's Kim
that was
world.
Her in Kim world. This is Kim in her world.
Yeah, this is like Kim in her world. Like, yo, and it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Missy. I mean, Lil' Kim wasn't even on the record, and she's in the video.
She's just there with her girl.
It'd have been dope as fuck if she was on the record in some way or like on a remix or something. That'd have been dope. But I just like Kim. I just like him though. So
she did a thing on that Hidden with the Heat though.
Oh, yeah.
Thing on that Hidden with the Heat came in with it.
Hit you with the ha. Okay, so you know. Okay, because now we going into the album. Okay, so this is honestly, we could say this is basically a hip hop based album, honestly. Like it is. So I kind of knew that going in. So with me as loving as an R&B head, and I think that's what my mother is too, when we're going into a hip hop album, we're gonna listen, we're gonna try to catch the samples that's familiar to us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of these songs, like obviously Sock It to Me is why we brought it. You know what I mean? The Rain, obviously. You know what I mean? And then it was just like each of the songs, which I know we're gonna go into, that it was just like, oh, that sample, we know it. That sample, but damn, Timbaland added that onto this, and it was just like, damn, me and my mother were just like looking at each other like, how the fuck is he doing this on this sample? You killing an Earth, Wind, and Fire sample like this on
right, man. Oh my God.
Listen now, so listen. Are we gonna get there?
When I figured out what that was, I was like, come on, man.
Oh, listen, I knew it was something because I was like, and I looked at my mom and she was just smiling. I was like, God damn it, she know what it is. I was like, damn, she know what it is. Yep. And I didn't say nothing, but then I was just like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. Like I didn't let her tell me until like 2 weeks later, and I was like, Ma, I got it.
Yep.
And she was like, what is it? And when I told her, she was like, it took you that long? I said, oh, okay.
I'm talking her shit.
Yes, she was. I was like, yeah, you listen to this Missy joint. She done gave you some courage, huh? Because Missy talking her shit on this album for real, for real. So it was just like, that's how I listen to it. You know what I mean? So yeah. But hit you with the heat, y'all.
After the
intro with Bust.
Intro, which is kind of, I felt like that was kind of a nod to my life with the Keith Murray interlude type. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that was Mary for sure, because I thought it was What's the 411, because what he did with the
that's right.
With the intro after Sweet Thing, and he's just talking again, giving Missy that credibility again. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like you said, it was her featuring everybody. Yeah. I was like, shit, where the fuck is Mary? Like, I was like, shit.
I don't like it though. I don't like the intro though.
Oh, really?
It could have been. I mean,
y'all.
But you know what though?
And I love Busta, but it didn't do nothing for me.
It really doesn't. But like, when you need somebody to come talk some shit on your album, that's who you call.
Oh yeah.
And you see why now they want them to go at each other in verses, because of creativity that they both have, and everybody think of their videos and think of this.
I wouldn't be mad if they did a video.
That
I wouldn't be mad at
now
that.
That I would want.
But like verses, I'm kind of done with. Like that's.
Oh, I've been done.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've been over it and completely done. Yeah. We're over it.
But Busta he been talking shit on records back 411 to Jay Dilla's The Shining. That's how
Yes.
So, you know, you need somebody to talk some shit on record. You know, we gonna call Busta
Bus.
Yes. That, so going from that to Hit You With the Heat, I thought was freaking brilliant, marketing wise anyway, because that's the way we were introduced to her. With the how. So it was like, oh, you. Okay, so if you didn't know Missy of anything else, if you haven't heard The Rain, which you're pretty slow if you didn't, because it was every damn where. But to be like, oh, you that girl with the Hit You With the Heat, makes sense. I said that was brilliant. That was brilliant. It was her signature, so it was something familiar that
100%. I 100% agree with that. So
yeah,
you know, it's the dot connector basically.
Yes, and again
with Lil' Kim, who is also familiar. So
yes, you know. And again, Kim is hot as fish grease right now. You know what I'm saying? And then again, Missy is singing, Kim is spitting. Yep. Missy was like, "Oh no, I ain't gonna get out of here till I get me a verse." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'm getting a verse on this joint. It's saying Hit You With the Heat. I'm giving y'all that how on this shit. Y'all wild. Yeah, I'm not gonna Kim, love your girl, but nah, I'm getting on this shit. I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? So I thought that was brilliant. You know what I mean? And then to come in with sockets on me, I was like,
That's for the first half of this album is
listen.
Oh boy. It got real ugly real quick.
Yeah, you said that in the joint with Faith. You was like, it got real ugly.
Got real ugly real quick.
Yeah.
Sock it to me, Into the Rain, into Beat Me Now One. Like that's they don't want to fuck with me. Like that's
what Missy talking her shit.
That's a run.
Yeah. It's
like, you know what? I just realized, because you know people be like, what's like a 3-song like little run? And I never even thought about it for this album because I haven't listened to this entirety. I forgot that they were back to back.
Yes.
It's
like listening to this album, like I can even imagine again, like as a producer in 1997 in the summer, popping this album in and then hearing Sock It To Me, The Rain, and Beat Me 911.
It shifted culture, yo. Woo. Like, I look, I know that's why it was just like, I know Jimmy and Terry, because they had to get them for the Go Deep remix.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, We need them. Wait a minute. Wait. We need. That's why Missy and them started getting all them calls afterwards.
Oh, it was because it was you got to join them.
Yes. Yeah.
You got to join them because if you weren't joining them, you was trying to sound like them, and that shit was not going well
at all.
Because people would try to copy it, but they couldn't layer it like Tim and Missy did. That was the thing.
Their drums weren't as heavy.
Yeah.
Like, these drums are
there was
heavy.
There's so many intricate things in what they do that it's very hard to replicate it for real.
Yeah.
It felt like some of them, it felt like they literally, even though you knew that Tim was using the keyboards and all that to get it, but it felt like, yo, did they have a band literally playing these damn drums? Because these drums were kicking, like it was just like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yo, is Quest there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the hip hop part of it, because the drums was up front.
Yeah.
And then they sprinkle a little candy here and there. And they even had what's my man name? The dude that played guitar and bass on the album. Bill, what's his name? Because he was one of the original writers of Girl You Know It's True.
Bill Petaway.
Yes, they had Bill Petaway playing on, like, I think Hit 'Em With the He, like the Buster intro and outro. And I'm sure, I know he's not credited for other stuff, but I know that he had worked with Missy and Tim for some years.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that, like, in some of those spots he may have sampled them or something and replayed it out. Like a Get on the Bus for Destiny's Child, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, he's got some live elements in there too.
Mm-hmm.
On top of this stuff. So it's just like it's so completely unfair, man. And the fact that the premise of this album was simply to make fun music with my friends, and then you come out with an album that is basically a turning point in R&B.
Yep.
Or at least a confirmation of what they were doing with Elliott.
Right. That's what I said.
And Genuine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it got scary.
I knew a lot of motherfuckers was sitting there like, now, wait a minute, what the fuck are we gonna do after this?
Oh man. Like, cause then you got like Butter Love, which used that, that drum pattern, the repetitive drums. Oh Jesus. But it's like, again, it wasn't the same.
It wasn't.
It sure wasn't.
The same. And I fuck with Next, but it wasn't the same.
No, not. I'm sorry, so because Elise gets in my ass about this.
We go back and forth about this. No, we go back and forth about that particular record so many times. So it's just
because when
you know what? Even Janet used it for What's It Gonna Be with Buster.
She sure did.
Absolutely. Yep.
Sure did.
Like, that was all 1 in a million.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Yes.
Oh yeah. That's why when even when Whitney said, she was like, I needed to work with her because I heard what she did with Aaliyah.
Oh man.
I needed to work with her. I'm like, I want to work with her.
Missy got a song on My Love Is Your Love.
She got 2.
Oh yeah, 2. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Whitney was like, I want her. Like give me her. Like Supa Dupa Fly up everything. Like it literally was like a shift. Like, okay, we can't be doing what we were doing before. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, to be honest with you, I'm happy that Mary came out with Share My World before this. Honestly, I'm so happy she did, because
Share My World was what? Was that in the spring?
It came out April 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mary had about a good 3 months to kind of be all right before Missy came with this new sound, because then R&B completely changed. It was like
Share My World, Track Masters.
It changed because by by the end of 97, like particularly by 98, everybody was locked in at that point. Everybody was trying to
98, it was Missy and Tim.
Like what's the name? You know, they had the No Guarantee remix that was real. That they had, and I mean Chico's second album was, I mean, that's what it was. It was like, you know, we've got to have this sound, and you know, I love Chico, man. It didn't work.
Yeah,
didn't work.
That made me sad because I love his Chico.
Man, Chico's a monster. He's a monster. He did have the Till Tomorrow remake on there though. I love that joint.
Oh yeah.
On that second album.
Yeah. So okay, so then you go to Pass the Blunt.
I love it. I love this record, man.
Me too.
Me too.
I do.
One reason why I love it is because he used different drums. Like it's totally different drums. Okay. From like what sounds like One in a Million, and you know, a lot of his snares were heavy, but you know, some of it was either like a heavy snare like you hear on One in a Million, or it was like the little Al Green rim shot, the booms, or like that. So like Pass the Blunt comes on, and it's, you know, again, the drums are a little bit heavier, they're muddier, which is different because a lot of Tim and Missy's production is like really clean and really polished. So it's just like boom, boom, boom. It's like, oh shit, what?
Then Missy come in talking shit in the
That's what I was thinking.
And she was probably smoking while she was doing it. Like, yo, man, like I'm
these producers.
Yeah.
Like you knew the blunts had to be going around to make an album like this. There was no way Hunt Timberland was not high making this. Come on, man. Yo.
And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy on that. On Pass the Blunt, when the hooks come in and you hear the guitar part, it's the same chord progression and probably the same guitar as Can We. Same thing. Listen to one, listen to the other. It's the same chord progression. One is sped up, one is a little bit slower.
He fucks us up again. You know why though? Because
and you know what? It's tough to hear because on Pass the Blunt, it's tucked. Whereas on Can We, like that's the main
It's in front. It's out front.
Because every time I think about Can We, I think about What About Us? And I think of those being so similar to each other. But just like you said, now I'm thinking you can't really tell with Pass the Blunt. Because it's not like Elise said, it's not in front. Like
if you watching or y'all when we get off, play Can We and then play Pass the Blunt.
Oh, you know I will. And I got some speakers, so I will.
Same chord progression. I was like, well, damn, well, maybe it's just the first two chords. It's all four chords.
Damn it, man.
It's crazy. And I just realized that in listening to the album, preparing for this talk.
Wow, the producer in you.
I was like, you know what? I heard that shit before. And I found Can We play that. I was like, it's the same fucking joint.
Wow.
Two totally different songs.
Yeah. Totally
different feel.
Damn it. I'm trying to play it in my head. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait. I have to hear it. I gotta hear it.
Now I'm thinking of other things that Missy did that sound, because now like Beat Me 911 has a lot of elements that Total's Trippin' has. So, but anyway.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it's funny you said that because I was thinking in that direction too, where it was like, okay, because what did I have? I'm trying to remember. See, I should have wrote this shit down. I knew it was gonna be overloaded with shit. Hold on, somebody done passed me the blunt. I can't remember shit. But yeah, like I mean, okay, for example, we haven't gotten to this yet, but on Friendly Skies, right?
Yeah, that's the next joint.
You see how he paid homage to Pony when he added the vocoder on
yo, I was gonna say that shit, yo.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God. That's why I was like, this record had to be with Genuine. It couldn't have been with nobody else. Nobody else could not be on this record but Genuine. Because you could tell.
Genuine came on
it. Like, I was like, this ain't nothing but Pony, yo. Like, that's why
you gotta bring it back.
That's why Genuine floated on it. Like, it.
And it was probably something that he, he just added on after he did his verse. It was like, let me just throw this little touch in there so it, it can connect the dots back to Genuine's album and, having fun with your friends, man.
We'll pay homage to old Elgin Lumpkin.
Elgin Lumpkin. Yeah. Because I was saying that, it gave you like Pony. And then when you heard Same OG, it was kind of like, this, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, Missy, you knew it was like Genuine's on the record like this. What is he coming with next? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when you heard like, ain't none of your friends' business, ain't, you know what I'm saying? What's different? It was like, God damn it, you Missy, this damn Supa Dupa Fly really made this.
When we get off of this, I'm going to just listen to Genuine. But actually, those Genuine albums, I actually run those back a lot because they just still sound.
They age really well.
They still, they did age well.
I just love Genuine's life,
and I wouldn't have thought that at the time, but it did age well.
That's what you have to. That's what you have to do. I know sometimes, like us at, FE Music, like we'll do that. We'll have something like if Side's on a record, throw a little lick in there that pays homage to greatest weapon of all time. You know what I mean? Just something to kind of take you back to, like I said last time, like Black people, we love familiar. So that if you are listening to a record and you hear something familiar, like it connects you a little bit more to that album.
Yeah.
Or that song.
Yeah, for Black folk, you gotta bridge shit. They gotta hear something.
Yeah, right. Right.
It don't even have to be blatant, but it gotta be something,
Yeah, it's just something familiar. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was just like you said, Zoe, like, Friendly Skies, it's on some Teddy P type of joint, but then when you hear what Timbaland's doing with production, you like, oh, that sound like Pony. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then I love Genuine's just like gospel ad-libs on this. Like, one thing about Missy that I love about her, when she's on the track with somebody, she lets them shine. Yes, Genuine shines on Friendly Skies. Like, you, for a quick second, it's like, is this Genuine's record? You know what I mean? Because Missy is like, I'm not trying to overcrowd you. I know Timbaland knows this is what Genuine is going to shine on. Missy, you come in and do your thing, but this is where Genuine shines. And I love that about what Missy did with that.
Missy's like the manager you always wanted in corporate America, that I hired you so you could do that. So I'm not going to micromanage that because that's why I hired you. So I'm going to let you do you. Yes. That's why you're here.
Yes. Man.
I digress. I got corporate world PTSD.
No, that's the best way to move, because why would I ask you to come on this album and then keep you in a box? I'm asking you to come on this album to bring you to this so that we can meet here.
Yes.
That's how you get the best results.
And that again, and then what she do with Best Friends with Aaliyah.
Man, look.
That song gives me goosebumps, man.
Don't it? So I was listening to it at work today, and it was a part where I was just like in it. And mind you, I'm like in an area where I got like 5 other people that's around me. So they know when I get quiet, they like, oh, he's really into his work. Well, this time, though, I was like, and I kind of look, you can feel like people looking at you, and I went, oh shit. They was like, what are you listening to? I was like, y'all, they wouldn't know. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know. And I was just like, yeah, this song just gives me chills. Yeah. And they let the music breathe. Y'all do that. Zoe, you do that a lot. You let the beat breathe. They let the beat breathe on this with nothing. And just the beat, and then they let it fade out. I'm like,
let that bitch breathe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why it gotta be something happening or somebody want it? Let it.
Sometimes that shit be talking too. So you gotta let it talk.
Yes, man. That's why I was like, and Missy and them let it ride for like a minute and a half. Like when nobody's singing, there's nothing. Missy and Elliott them faded out and they just letting the beat ride. I'm like,
and
it just gives me chills.
Aaliyah was so Aaliyah on this song.
Wasn't she though?
Like she hit all her little runs. She hit all her runs, like all her like patented Aaliyah runs.
It gave you like 4-page letter-ish.
Yeah, no, very much so.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like it was just like again, like.
But think about 4-page letter. If that wasn't the most Let It Ride song that ever wrote,
because it's literally just a 2-bar loop.
Yep,
it's a 2-bar loop the whole time.
Yep. I was and just the way Aaliyah just floated on that. Missy and Tim was like, "Oh yeah, this is for Aaliyah. We're gonna put this to the side for her. She's gonna be on this one. Ain't nobody else with this."
My fault. 4-bar loop. My fault. 4-bar loop or 4-page letter.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Tim and Missy let Genuine and Aaliyah shine on that.
Yeah,
for real. Yes. So don't be coming in my face. That's the jam for me. I love it because again, how we listen to the album because of the sample. And my family, we are Stats lovers. So we knew of this Rufus Thomas sample that they used.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we heard it, like,
which was crazy because again, Timbaland is sampling sounds. He's not sampling the music, it's the sounds. And when you figure out where that sound comes, I'm like, come on, dude. Like, are you serious?
Now I actually caught, this is when I started knowing I'm catching shit before my mom catching shit. Because she was playing it in the living room, and I'm like, I know that. Like I heard of that. And it was like maybe a couple of days later, we were playing on the record player. I think we was playing like, Rufus Thomas' greatest hits or something like that. You know what I mean? And Do the Funky Chicken came on. And I said, that's it. Yep. I was like, that's it. And my mother was like, what's what? I was like, Ma, that's Missy joint. She was like, what Missy joint? She was like, you don't know what you talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because now I done got her. So she like, nah, I was like, no, take it off, take it. I was like, Ma, take this off. And we put it in the cassette and we went to it and my mom said, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's it.
So just a little piece.
And it's a little piece.
And it's, it's not necessarily panning, but it's definitely stereo in either ear. And you have ambiance in the song automatically.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Again, it's like, how did Timbaland even do that? Like, just that little piece he grabbed, and then he still got the chicken clucking on the record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like,
because I mean, when you got chickens clucking, crickets, you got babies, Godzilla, you know what I mean? Like, you just,
they was high as shit. They was high as shit. They was like, let's just let that chicken breathe on this record, like everything else.
And all that shit working, like you got black folks clucking, like what's
I mean, we do like chicken.
We do like chicken.
Oh, you
I was chicken.
Got it. But yeah, that is definitely a favorite of mine because I just remember hearing that little piece, and then I heard, you know what I'm saying? Let's do the funky chicken, and I was like, that's it. That's
that shit is wild.
Oh my God, yo! And the way Timbaland kind of flipped that, and it was just like the genius that he is. And it's like Missy says she can write a song in like 5 minutes. Like it's easy for her. You know what I mean?
It was funny to discover that that they were never in the same space. Like when she was writing and recording, like she would always kick him out. Like
she said she never wanted him to hear her sing. Never.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Which is weird. I wonder why. I was just like, Missy, he gonna hear it anyway. So
now you know what? Some artists are like really. Sometimes they self-conscious.
okay.
They record. Some artists need complete dark. You know, and it's just as the producer, you make sure that you cater to the vocalists or whose writings need. Like you make sure that they're comfortable so that the results are A1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I totally get it. Because I remember when I was having spoken word, like, of course I would get on stage and perform or whatever. But if somebody, which I hated, come and say, oh, spit a poem. To this day, somebody like, oh, read a poem. I'm like, no. And I get all nervous and I get weird. And my friends were like, no, you're great. And I'm like, no.
Right.
Plus,
No,
you pay me also. But
yeah. You niggas are in my face and you're watching and I don't feel like it's literally time and place. Yeah.
And you pay my bill.
You're
like
crazy.
It's time and place. When somebody asks you to do that, like you feel like they're entertainment.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whereas you know you're just doing it when you're supposed to do it, then it is what it is.
And as artists, the artist is crazy. And I'm saying that because
we weird. We weird as shit.
You gotta be to make the music that you make and it be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. No, that's why I was like, to me, with Missy and Timbaland making this, I was like, they was on some Parliament shit. It was some other shit other than weed in that damn studio. I was like, damn.
And on top of that, by this time, they had kind of worked together for like 6 years.
Yeah, from the basement and all that. Yeah.
So a chemistry was already developed.
Yeah.
And like this was like their stride. You know, they from about 97 to about 01, they was just, I mean, they really
on fire.
Couldn't miss.
Yeah, well, Missy said that should get our styles tangled. Like that's how tight they was. That she had put it in a bar. Yeah.
Yep. Because after this, you know, they started crediting her also for producing.
Production.
Whereas this one was just Timbaland, but you know, you still know, like, you know, she's producing too.
Yeah.
But it was official. It was official later on.
Now that is my favorite song on the album.
Really?
Because because it's crazy. Yeah, I know y'all like what?
I want to guess that one.
You know why? Because I feel like with the bass, it sounds like James Jamerson playing the bass on that. The bass is so in front of this record, it's ridiculous. It is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, go find a way to bring it to Motown.
You better believe it, baby. You better believe it.
And also to make it make another Motown reference on this one, the drums are different as well. It was this one and Pass the Blunt where they're different. They're a little bit darker. They're a little bit more muddy. You know, a little bit more analog. You know, sounding and so, okay, I can. That makes sense.
That's why I am such a Motown head. So when I heard this, I was like, those drums are so dark. Like, it's so Benny Benjamin type of joint. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, I'm hearing, and then that bass, I'm like, did James Jamerson come in here and just play that and just did, like, did he? Like, I was just like, yo, and I always, on this record, I always wanted to hear, like Marvin do, like, a scat on it. I always wanted that. I was just like, can Marvin just give me like like something? Like I was just like this, and maybe this is Timbaland is Missy's, you know, giving Motown some love, because one thing about Motown and as far James Jameson's bass was always known on a record, and this song here, I'm like, whoo, that bass like jumps at you, and I was like, that bass line is sick, and I was just like. And then it's just a crazy, fun ass song. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy and out of control. And I was like, I love it. So this is actually my favorite song on the album.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I found a way to bring Motown in. I had to.
Oh, I ain't mad. I ain't never mad about it. I just know. Like, but that's the influence. Yeah. That's more what I'm saying is like, you can't escape it, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, this is the record.
The what?
that I feel like you gotta get high to.
Oh, do you know what this song kind of reminds me of? Like, kind of, sort of.
Which one? Izzy I?
No, the next song. Oh, you were going.
Why you hurt me? Okay.
Is that where you were going? The next song?
Yeah. Why you hurt me? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It kind, and this is very left field, but the way that Missy's kind of rhyming and the way the song comes in, it reminds me of Lil Kim on Aunt Dot. It just kind of gives me the feel of that song. Like it's like this slow and it's just like a very slow flow and it just comes in. Like I don't know. It just that was the first thought that came to me was off of Notorious K.I.M. the Aunt Dot song. It reminded me. Yeah.
I know this was a nice usage of that sample as well.
Another Stacks art. Listen here now. That's why I was like, yo, they was giving so much love to Stacks. It was ridiculous. Like, yeah. I was like, come on, yo, Eddie Floyd. Like, are we kidding right now? Like,
yep.
What?
And not like his hit, not his hit. You know what I
mean? No.
Yeah.
Like, because Check Me Out is not a hit at all. You got to know about Eddie Floyd to know this record. So when we played this record, we was all like, no, Missy didn't. No. What? Are you serious? And then it actually makes you want to get high, honestly. If you feel it, to me, I don't know about y'all, but it makes it feel that to me. And I'll never get high again because I have a story. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Quick story. So I went to Memphis. I went to Nashville with my friends or whatever, right? So me and my best friend, I'm snitching Nikita, yes. And we went to because some of our friends was going to look at some cowboy boots and hats and y'all know that ain't my thing at all. No, I'm not. Where's the liquor store? First of all, that's what I'm looking for. But then they had this vape shop. So we were like, all right, let's go in there. Let's see what's up. So maybe I'll get a little vape pen, whatever.
How long ago was this?
Literally, when did I go, Elise?
Like a month ago?
Yeah, about a month.
Oh, shit. Okay.
This is recently, recently.
Damn, I'm thinking this was like a couple years ago.
Oh, no. That's why. So I was like, all right. So we went in there and we looking around. And then the guy was like, yo, we got these like edibles. And me and my friend Keita was like, okay. He was like, we got cookies and we got this and we got, and he was like, we got Delta 8, we got Delta 10. So I was like, well, Nikita, you pick, whatever. I'm going to look at these little vape pens. So she was like, all right. So and I was like, well, which one did you get? She was like, I got the Delta 10. I said, well, that's the highest one? She was like, yeah. I was like, oh, shit, we about to be fucked. I was like, oh, shit. So we get to the room and we about to go to this bar crawls.
You about to go to that crawl.
Right. So we in the room, nobody knew that we had it. Nobody. So me and her go into the room. She was like, all right, she opened the pack. It's 5 in there. I take 1, she takes 3. Of course, it don't hit yet. It don't hit. We go to the bar crawl.
It don't hit till you say this shit ain't worth a damn. That's when it hits.
I don't know, but all I know
because you sent me a text when you first took it. You was like, "Oh, this ain't." You don't remember all that, see?
Oh, see. I don't remember. So we walking, and this guy's taking us to this bar crawl, and I'm getting paranoid. I'm like,
this your first time, right?
Yes.
Woo, boy.
So he was like, So he's taking it. I'm like, yo, where's he taking? I was like, yo, he about to put us in a ditch. Nikita's like, yo, get away from me, yo. Get away from me. I was like, yo, we need to run. Because he's taking us somewhere. He was like, yo, you tripping. I'm like, no, yo, why are we going behind these buildings? It's dark and shit. Mind y'all, we just a block over, y'all. Realize it once we wake up. So we get there, right? And y'all, I'm just like spacing the hell out. I'm just like, And everybody like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, none. And I'm just spaced the hell out. So I'm like, hey. So then after a while, they start taking pictures. I gotta send y'all pictures. We saw it. I look gone. I was completely gone. So we go get something to eat. Y'all, I'm sleeping in my food.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah, man. Don't.
And for him to do that, the only
don't
person I know that like food and greedier than me, I mean, as greedy as me, is JR. we love to eat now. We go eat.
So I'm like, and I'm like, Nikita, like, she looking at me. I'm picking up fries, eating it like.
I'll tell you what though. I bet that shit tasted fantastic.
Oh, it probably, yes. So we get in the car. So
oh my God.
Home, and I'm just like, we in the Uber and we in like with 8 people or whatever. So I'm in the back with 2 other people and I'm just sitting there nodding off. Like I'm nodding the fuck off. And they like, what is wrong with him? And then they asking Nikita, because I'm like,
your ass got 12 hours of sleep that night.
So we got back to that room. It was about 10. I did not wake up until 10 the next day. And I hit Elise. I said, sis, never in life will I take an edible ever again. She said, did you have a whole edible?
Yeah, you ate the whole thing.
I said, yes. She said, you don't do that on your first. And now, anytime I see anybody doing like an edible around me, I'll be like, they'd be like, you have, I'll be like, no, I don't know. No.
I'm glad you could join us tonight, brother. That's all I got to say.
I'm glad you're here.
Glad you're here.
Godspeed.
What? Nah, y'all can have it. That shit made me feel, I did not like the
So that's how that song make you feel?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. When I was listening to it today, it brought me back there. And I was like, nope, turn. No, no, I don't want to. I don't even want to feel that feeling no more. I don't even want to think about it no more. I was like, nah. I'm good. Even though I love the Eddie Floyd joint and I love the sample that they use, I was at work and I was about a minute in. I said, nope. I was like, I'm not listening to this song. Nope. Go ahead. Nope. I'm good. But yeah, y'all. So yeah, that's I'm like, yo, like, why you hurt me and I'm talking to me feels like you want to roll a blunt. I mean, come on. She says in the beginning of the record, I'm high as shit.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm like, hello, like that weed was going around. I don't.
100%.
To make an album like this, there's
definitely.
To make the album like this and them videos.
Yes.
Specifically the videos, because the fuck. I mean, I'm glad it happened because shit is wild, entertaining, and amazing, and historical shit.
You always.
I mean, it looked like Missy looked like she was battling with Busta Rhymes.
Oh yeah.
Like
that Beat Me 911 is probably the weirdest out of everything on this album. The dolls coming up.
And then the things at the end
and then the marionette. And
yes.
So you got dolls, puppets, glossy weird shit. Magoo had this
moving like this
headroom type shit. It was a lot. It was like wax. It was a lot.
It was a whole lot. And honestly, like looking at it, because I watched the video today. Watching it today, I was like, man, these big ass colors don't really match the feel of this video. But I get it for the time. I totally get it. Now, Sock It To Me matched. The Rain matched. Yeah. To me, Beat Me 911 kind of didn't. There was a scene with the dancers that was kind of like a black and blue.
Yeah.
Like white. Like that to me matched it more so, but like, you know, but either way, man, you know, Missy videos is always going to be entertaining, man.
Yes. I mean, come on. The girl stepped out of the damn water with a bald head, which she's a bitch.
Right. Like, you're going to get some next shit on
yes, this. Like you never knew what she was coming with next. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to think what was actually Missy's like chill video. It probably had to be All in My Grill. Honestly, I think that video had to be
No, Hot Boys was the most chill, was the most like not weird video.
Oh yeah.
That was just explosions and
because Hot Boys
movie lots.
Hot Boy was very 98, 99. Like it was
very puff-ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I know what that's about.
Getting away.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to make a list of all of JR's trigger.
And I don't know what you're talking about, but
so getting away. So Get Away.
Yes.
Get Away set the precedent to me, and let me make sure I'm not rewriting history. But like the start and stop beats, like Where My Girl's At, like the boom, cat, boom, boom, cat, boom,
shout
cat,
out to Eric C.
you know what I'm saying? Where it's like boom, cat, boom, boom, cat, boom, cat, like that to me was Get Away. Like that Get Away kind of opened that lane. Where My Girl's At. Sporty Thieves had one that was like that.
Cheapskate.
Cheapskate, yes. Where they had the Roy Ayers drums.
Yes.
And then
that was a bang in the club. You hear me?
Yeah, yep.
You ain't getting that. Okay, I'm sorry.
So all them kind of stop like that to me is kind of where Get Away lands and kind of opens the rest of the 90s up to because that pattern was very, very common in 98, 99, 2000. Like it was, you couldn't get away. Like, I mean, even Big Pun is So Hard. Same pattern.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that real irky jerky, like literal start and stop beat pattern was kind of, they kind of planted the flag. But again, you have leading up to this album, you had you have your double time rappers. You got Bone was really hot at the time. You got my folks in Memphis who were testing different pockets. Juicy J would come right in on the one, dun 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 dun. You know what I'm saying? Like him and Project Pat. And, you got all these You got all these different rappers that are they're finding new ways and new pockets with this stuff. And like if you go on Get Away and like you started in the middle of the song, you're gonna need a couple of bars before you actually get where the one is at. And it's like, oh shit, oh there it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so like irky jerky that it's almost losing the one. Like if you just come into it cold, like you better come in that bitch on top, so you know exactly where you at. But I mean, a lot of folks just kind of really followed that. To me as a listener, like it was annoying. Like it was annoying to continue.
Oh yeah, and Missy and Timberland knew it too. That's why Missy will always address it. Always. In every album she did, she will always address it. Like, you beat biters, you thieves, like you stealing, like we see you out here, like you ain't, like we know what you doing out here, but you can't do it like us.
You ain't low.
Right.
But even when they did She's a Bitch, it was start and stop, but it was like more definitive. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Like it was start and stop.
It got harder after every verse. Dum, 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 bum, 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 bum.
I like that shit. Like,
oh my God, yes.
Lick Shots. Like Lick Shots was my shit.
Y'all talk about all my songs I have for the damn favorite part of shows.
Oh, my fault. No,
it's fine.
I'll talk about them again. Shit.
that was gonna happen. No.
and then
Lick Shots though. That shit's hard.
When I heard that shit the first time in that fucking video, the second half of the video, I was
1 Minute Man, yes.
Come on, man.
It just
man. Like she and Tim like really know this is what I aim to do as an artist. This is what Nick aims to do, what Tay aims to do. It's like where you really just tap in on when you really tapping into the feeling of a song, which is very easy to say, but like, we do it, Tall Black does it, Psy does it. When you really tap into the feeling and the heartbeat of a song, to where you're crafting your words around that music, and it just literally fits. It's hand in glove. Like you're unfuckwittable at that point. Like you're unbeatable at that point. Like the hook for Lick Shots, that shit is exactly how the music sounds. Like she's rapping exactly how the music sounds. And once you as a listener get caught into that like tidal wave, like there's no escaping that shit. Like you just like how you just like just literally acted it out. Like, come on, dog. Like your voice is now another instrument on top of the joint. Like you're another percussive instrument on top of this song. And that, like, when you're able to tap into that, there's nobody fucking with you.
Yeah.
Damn, though.
that part.
Like, it just goes to show the impact of Missy and Tim with this. This album really, like we said, it shifted the whole culture. It shifted music. It shifted everything. You know what I mean? Because now, you know, R&B wasn't the same anymore. You know what I mean? And hip-hop wasn't the same no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you think about, then it's like when you think about Missy's albums, you think about who she has and who's hot. Like, it's like you said, so she does albums like she's doing it with friends. You know what I mean? Because then she gets on The Real World and she got Eminem on there. She got Redman on there. She got Cash Money on there. And all these people are hot. But again, she's giving them their lane. You know what I'm saying? Just like she did with this album on here. She gave Elliott the right song. She gave Genuine the right song. She gave, you know, she let Nicole be on this record. We didn't even know who the hell Nicole was yet. Right. You know what I'm saying? She let her on there. Of course, the Brat, she let shine. Little Kim, she let shine. I'm just like, this album to me, it was just like, they took what they gave them, 7 songs that they did for Aliyah, and this just pushed everything forward. It was like, if you wasn't paying the Missy and Timbaland then, or with Supa Dupa Fly, you was 100%. Going to pay attention now.
You couldn't get away. You couldn't get away with this album, whether it was the rain, whether it was the videos, whether it was Sock It To Me. Like, you know, you could be watching Real World on MTV and Sock It To Me would play. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. you could not escape this album if you tried.
No, you couldn't.
And it was for great reason. You know, she was essentially the point guard. I mean, she's the Magic Johnson of the shit. To where she, you know, she's bringing her people on, and you never, like, she was always one to big up other female artists. Like, you never really heard about Missy having a lot of tension and beef with people, which was very rare,
especially that time.
Yeah. Because at that point, it's like, you know, if you're on top, you're gonna have somebody come at you,
and nobody came, because Missy came at it. It was like, everybody was like, yo, she's dope. Like, you don't want to beef with her.
And she's friendly.
Yeah. It's like, how do you beef with somebody like her? And I just love when she would do these live. You know what I mean? Like when she did Sock It To Me live, how she had Gina Thompson, who put her on, you know what I'm saying? And then had Cheryl Pepsi Riley singing background for her.
That was so dope. That was
God, and letting them get it in, yo. She like, y'all go ahead, do you. I'm going to just dance with my dancers. And I'm going to have Magoo be my hype man. And you know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to have the girls back there just blowing. Like, y'all better know who these women are. Like, do y'all know who I got? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that makes sense, because she did this album so she could have a label to do what? Put people on.
That's how you do it. And that's how you do it.
And when you're great, you can let people can be great around you. It's not taken from you.
Yep. Why am I in competition with you on my album?
Right. You on my shit.
It says Supa Dupa Fly.
Like, no matter what you do, this still my album. So
right.
You know,
my album. Come on.
I don't want my album to sound bad, so go off, sis.
Yeah, come on this shit and make us all look great.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah.
Like I said, she the ideal manager. Boy, I tell you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So now we come to the slightly amended favorite part of the show. I had to switch out some songs.
Hey man, you can still ask what we
No,
talking about.
a couple I'm gonna put on, but like one of them I'm just not gonna do because we like went in depth.
Damn.
So I'm just gonna give just some different Missy singles.
Okay.
And you know what to do. First thought, song. I mean, when it is the song. First thought or whatever. Word. All right. So we will start off with Hot Boys. Featuring Limo and who else? And everybody. It's like
everybody, yeah.
It's like 4,000 people. Nah, it's like 4,000 people on that song.
It was a lot of people on that one.
Yes.
I wasn't mad at Hot Boys. I wasn't mad at Hot Boys. And this is me coming like, okay. In college, I was in college from 96 to 2000. Mm-hmm. And like it was all hip hop. Like just I was like, yo, I need hip hop. I need all the rapping. I need all the rapping. And Hot Boy, but you know, the part of Hot Boys that I like was Missy's part.
Missy, I ain't studying nobody. Well, except for like the singing, but like the other rapping, I'm not paying attention.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to
Missy,
say.
Yeah, the part that I like. Yeah. The part that I like was her part because again, she's hand in glove in this bitch. Like she's in that mug. Like how I can't even explain it. She's tapped into a musical heartbeat, man, and she showed it on that song to me.
Oh God, and the way just Little Mo goes off to me.
I have an IG story or TikTok or something out there of me dramatically of singing along to this song, and I'm very like animated. I'm gonna find that shit.
Throw it back up.
Yes. Is that your car? Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole mood.
My thing gotta be it's just Lil Mo. She let Lil Mo go off on this record.
Off.
She just let Mo just go off. Like just the ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, just them.
Yep.
Because she probably had to stop Mo because Mo was getting very churchy. She's like, all right now.
Oh yeah,
back a little bit.
Yeah, she doing all manner of church runs.
Yes. Yes.
And so is Missy though.
Again, Missy has that church background. She can't help it.
Mm-mm.
She can't help it. No.
A cook boy. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I got to suck on that. That's my damn song. All right. Gossip folks.
Which album was that one on again?
Under Construction.
Yeah. That's the one she on the bus with the
school bus and
what's the song?
What?
The sample, the Double Dutch Bus sample.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, sing the I'm up here like black people with song titles right now.
I know. It's
I'm just thinking of the beat.
Oh, I do. Okay, I remember that. Well, was that the one that reminded me of was that the one that reminded me of Snoop joint?
It could have.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I know exactly. And it's with Ludacris on it. So I play a little bit of that.
Once upon a time in College Park. I
do remember that. I wouldn't. Yeah, I messed with that one.
I heard she want to crack a day. Okay.
I mess with that because I'm a Luda fan. I'm a Ludacris fan.
Luda.
He another one, man. He's one that he and Busta to me are kind of like just as far as riding the beat, like them two are they're kind of my favorites. They're kind of neck and neck there.
Yeah. You know, one thing I like about Busta and Luda, especially at this time, is they didn't take themselves too seriously.
Absolutely not.
You know,
Absolutely not. You can
they
see it
had,
with both of them in their videos too.
And another one like Redman.
Oh,
yes,
I love
they
it.
have fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
You gotta be serious all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Redman showed us on Cribs that he don't take it that serious.
Bro,
And don't.
that shit was fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
I remember that was like the talk going around campus, like, yo, man, you see Redman Cribs? And
Yo, hilarious,
he was at the crib. I was like, yeah, dog, and turning it on and showing up. This man got a couple dudes just in the floor, and you know, the doorbell's broken, and he's sticking his hand out the window, waving by. Like, I was like, yo, man, that's
like it will only fit for him.
That is,
you know what I'm saying? Like you would think he would do something crazy that's like that. You know what I mean? Like,
So speaking of Luda, on my list, one of the ones I had to add, I take some other ones off. 1 Minute Man.
1 Minute Man reminds me of everything reality TV on MTV around that time. Like it was on everything. That mug used to be on like you hear that mug on Cribs, you hear that mug on Pimp My Ride. Like they would have that mug placed everywhere. And that one was almost like a reserved Missy to me on that joint. Even the music for it was, I was like, dang, this is like it was really in the cut. Like that shit was really like groove. Yeah. It's like that's this joint. You just
yeah.
And you got Missy singing.
Right. It's like you don't really move.
She's singing kind of smoky too.
Yeah. I wasn't mad at that one. I fuck with that one.
Yeah.
I like that song a lot. All right. Get Your Freak On.
Oh man. You know what? I never realized how timeless Get Your Freak On would be.
Same here.
I would have never thought. I thought that was going to be like, of course I loved it, but I thought that was going to be just, whatever. I'm
going to tell you what's wild. Like my daughter is now, she's now in 6th grade and, she's like this most of the day. And you got, hey, shit. Okay. She's watching like YouTube shorts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I hear dum, 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 and then the person took it and flipped it. So it was like dum, 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 and I was like, what is that? I can't see it. So I'm like, yo, what is that? Like she's in the back room and she's like, I don't know, this is blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, like, you got to understand where this comes from. So I had to play her, the beginning of Get Your Freaking, like, yo, this is this, and play yours again. Okay, so I'm like giving her a sample lesson, like, yo, this is Missy, and she did blah blah blah. And she worked with so and so.
Wow.
She's like, who? Oh, okay, well, all right. So
yeah,
it's really bugged out to see just how much of a life Get Your Freak, because Get Your Freak On came on. I was like, that's dope, but I didn't realize it would be
I didn't either.
20 years later.
I don't think Missy and Tim thought it was either, because wasn't it the last song they recorded?
And that's where the shit come though. Like that last one that you put on the album, that's usually the one. That's usually the smoke.
Damn, really? It's like so many people have said it. Obviously, gotta be, because people be like, them last few songs be like, there it is. Yep. That's the first single right there.
Because at that point, you have pretty much you know what you need.
Mm-hmm.
You have a body of work, and you're like, man, this needs something else. I need like a party record. I need, something up tempo, or I need a slow joint. So you kind of play into that need, and then when you find it, oh boy, it's crazy. But yeah, Get Your Freak On is dope. Again, when Get Your Freak On came out, we never heard anything like that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And like when you think of the drums, like I'm just thinking to myself, the drum like boom, boom, and it's like if you just had that drum beat and set it in front of me, I'd be like, what am I supposed to do with this? Is it, is it supposed to be like a broken beat record? Like, what is this?
Right.
And then they just put a lick over top of it. And that's all it needed. And then, it changed a little bit, that type of shit. But like, it's really simple. Maybe that's why I caught on.
Maybe.
It's really simple. It's again.
And then Missy's energy on it though. Yeah. It's like
what the
like she's
yes.
Yeah, like it's,
and then of course she gives you a great visual.
Yeah. That
it just works hand in hand. You know what I mean?
Like, now that was the video with Lick Shots, right?
Yes.
No, Lick Shots was was that Lick Shots? No, Lick Shots was 1 Minute Man.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just remember when Lick Shots came in, I was like,
I'm trying to think of what Get Your Freak On. It wasn't For My People, was it? What was it?
No, For My People.
Because it was another song on it. Well, what song? It was another song at the end of Get Your, or in the middle.
It wasn't Lick Shots.
Am I making that up?
Y'all might be right. Hold on.
Sometimes you be wrong.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Yeah, you right. It was Get Your Freak On.
It was Get Your Freak On.
I think so, because they went in the car.
It was she and her girl.
Time to lick shots. Time to see you.
Yeah, I heard that shit. I was like, yo, I'm gonna turn all this shit over. You niggas is wilding with this shit here.
Yeah, because she even. Yeah.
Lick Shots is unfair, dog. Like I heard that, I was like, yo, this is stupid.
I'm trying to think. I think Step Off was at the end of 1 Minute Man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because even how she rhyming over top of licks, y'all don't even know my name. And like it just drops. I'm like, man, hey dog, look, man. I can run 16
that
times.
Shit is rude. That's just rude.
Yeah. Just rude.
Like y'all sending messages now. Like y'all sending messages to other cats. Like this is it was scary hours between 96 and about 2002, bro.
Like for real. Like Missy had a run, honestly.
Yeah.
Like she had a crazy run because like you said, up to like 2002. That 5-year stretch,
it was real scary.
Yeah, it was like you said, it was ugly. It was ugly. It was ugly. It was ugly.
I'd have been like, when is Missy dropping? Okay, let me drop it.
Nah, I ain't messing with her.
Boy, oh boy.
Yes, absolutely.
And then the last one we touched on, but I still want to keep it in there with She's a Bitch.
Hey man.
Down.
Perfect music for that song. Like very, very aggressive. And it's just like, yo, you on top. I'm a like I did with my weight in the first video. I'm gonna take what y'all been saying about me and all that stuff, and I'm gonna flip it into this. Why not? Let me get some more money off of what y'all calling me, because we out here killing y'all niggas.
Yeah, and you mad.
I love how Lil' Kim, when it first come on, she's a bitch, and then it just boom, and then it come in.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, let's put this thing head on.
Listen to Missy all the rest of the damn night, fucking with y'all.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my God.
That's got the swing of Nasty Girl.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
it sure do. I never thought about that. I never thought about that.
The clap
exactly right.
The clap is on the 4. There's no clap and all that stuff until that last That last bar, that last measure. I'm sorry, that last beat, I should say.
You done fucked this up 3 times in this episode.
I heard he eat 1 crack a day. I don't know.
Now I'm gonna tell you, okay. We about, this about to be a 2-hour joint. Good God.
Oh, it is.
Now I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. We talking about influences and what that album influenced and how many people, you know, it steered. Lil Wayne.
Yep.
The Lil Wayne influence and how he was talking about how Missy was his favorite artist.
Yeah.
And you know, he'd be in the booth and like Manny Fresh would be like, yo, you know, you gotta do some more ad-libs. And he'd be like, I don't know, like, yo, man, do like the Missy noises. Do them, like that's your favorite art, do them noises. And so he'd do like, you know what I'm saying? Like Block is Hot. And I think that's where he said he came up with Bling Bling from, because they was like, yo, you know, what sound, you know, do the Missy noises, like what sounds do diamonds make? Bling. There it is. So like she's influenced so much. And you know, that was something I didn't learn till recently. And I was like, oh shit, that makes so much sense. And the fact that, you know, a lot of music that Manny was making had a lot of noises in them, a lot of blips and a lot of, you know, stuff in it. You know, just for added percussion or just added feel. So, you know, just even little tidbits like that. You know, you hear noises and you know, when you see somebody's video, it's big and it's, you know, multicolored, and you know, especially if it's a woman coming out, like they, you know, everything is big and stuff is exaggerated, and you know, you got your dancers, and you know, that's Missy, man. That's some Missy shit.
Yeah.
100%. 2022, still the same thing. And the dope part about it is that Missy is, you know, at least she seems, I've never met her before, but like she seems very gracious. So, you know, if you big her up, you know, on Twitter or something like that, like she may respond and hit you back. And it's really dope to see, because I'm like, you know, you really don't have to write another lyric in your life.
That's
you know,
why I just be like, when they want her to have a versus, I'll be like, she can't. It's impossible.
I wouldn't leave the house.
Yes, because it's like, yo, okay, her music, fine. Her music, you got to tell Missy, none of the songs you wrote, just you.
Yeah.
Because you get to her song that she wrote for people.
And she still gonna eat you the fuck up.
And even if she just did that.
Even if she just did that.
Yes, she'd be like, fuck my music.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with all the people I wrote.
Yep, all my pen.
Either way you go, she gonna eat you the fuck up.
Yep.
That's why I'll be like, Missy, no.
Don't do no verses.
No, Missy. No. That's why I'll be like, leave her alone. That's her impact
that's almost disrespectful to your catalog.
Yes. You know what I mean? Like, that's why her impact can never be denied. Absolutely. Like at all. And I'm so glad that she went in and made the Supa Dupa Fly album for real, because even though she did it for something else, not realizing what she did impacted music forever. You know what I mean? She went in there to just make an album. Let's do this shit so I can get this label so I can put other people on. So basically, she was doing something for the good, not knowing that she was doing something good for herself that really impacted music forever. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm going in there because I want to put other people on because I'm on. Because like you said in the beginning, so she just wanted to, she was fine being in the background. I'm good. I'm a pin it. I can be a vocal producer. I can do all that. I'm good.
Because you can make a living like that, particularly in the 90s. You could make a living like that. I don't know about 2022, but you could back then.
They got a lot of voices to work with.
Yeah, we gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta be on the road, and we gotta be good at the internet and shit.
Yeah, that part. That's why our 90s artists cannot do this.
Yeah,
like this social media thing ain't for them, and I'm glad that it ain't, because they were big brothers in the 90s.
Like I couldn't imagine being an artist from the 80s or the 90s, you know, with that especially if you were signed and you're used to this advance and you're used to, just kind of moving as it goes. And, a lot of them weren't really hands-on with a lot of this stuff. And then you move into the post-Napster area and the internet era. And, you're having to kind of do everything yourself or hire people to do it. And that's a tough jump. So big ups to the folks who are able to still continue to do it like that. And remain active on social media, or who actually are pretty good at it. Or good at responding or whatever, because that is I couldn't imagine, man. That's a leap. That's a huge leap.
Yes.
It's like, it takes a lot of energy to do that and to be present on social media. Because I swear, man, if it wasn't for music, I probably wouldn't have none of this shit, man. I'm good. It's a lot.
If I ain't talking about music, I'm not.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yes. So what you got popping, Mr. Zoe? And how can people find you? Your preferred way of them finding you?
Well, you know what? Hopefully I will be present for this chat. I can just put it in the chat. But if you want to go to everything Zo35, zo35.com, at Zo35 on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. What else? Got some shows coming up at DC City Winery.
Let's go!
July 2nd. Philly City Winery on July 3rd.
I'm ready to get my life at this show. What?
And let me tell you something. You better come ready.
I am. Believe me.
Yeah, because the DC shows hit different.
The
You know what I
DC
mean?
shows is crazy.
I can't wait.
They
I
hit-
cannot wait.
We got Dallas July 21st, Houston July 23rd, and we go back home on August 10th.
I'm
at
so
the
mad.
Aretha.
I'm so mad at that.
I'm still trying to make it happen.
I'm trying to tell Sin I might be out there, bro.
Yeah. Come on out. It's
I'm trying to make it happen. I'm a little broke girl, but I'm making it happen. I got so much because you play catch up from pandemic and not really been able to do nothing. And so now I had a stupid amount of trips. I'm like, oh, I do gotta work to pay for this shit.
It's us and Layla Hathaway on August.
That's why
I miss Layla here. She was just here this past weekend, Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, word. Okay.
And I couldn't go. I found out about it too late, and that was my birthday weekend and all that, so it was just too much.
Yeah, that's just gonna be fun. Layla's good people, man.
Yeah. Oh, so I guess now it's time to say goodbye.
I know.
To all my Negro friends.
Yeah.
That's your car, the SK8. That's my song I'm playing. Soon we get off, I'm putting this shit on record player. This is my song. And I'm gonna find a damn video. And if not, I'll make a new one. But like, don't trick me. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my damn song.
That shit on already.
Right.
Baby, you got okay.
Oh God.
This the wine too. I told y'all I've been on the wagon.
Oh
so
yeah.
The wine is whining.
Right. Yes.
The wine is whining.
Next time I need to make sure I do my workout before I get on. So
please. So yes. So we get all.
So we could be on here 3 hours.
Oh my God. And then another thing, what happened? Let me tell you something. See shit.
Yeah. You know what's wild though? A lot of our longer videos, when I go back and look at the analytics of them, people sit and watch the whole shit.
Really?
Like our average watch time is very, very high. So
that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
It don't matter who we got on.
Yes.
It don't matter the fame level, nothing. It's just it's the topic. It's the topic.
Yes.
Yeah. What y'all talking about is important to people, man. Folks want to know, like they need to know, and they want to hear it from knowledgeable folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like coming back on, because I'm like, man, I'm be on here with my niggas who know what they talking about. Man, oh my God, ain't nothing better. ain't nothing worse than going on a Zoom call with like, so what's your influences? nigga.
Well, I can say anything and you wouldn't know.
Yeah, like bills, nigga. That's my influence. I like to be under the influence. How about that?
There you go.
Oh, God.
But yeah. So you gotta think about what's next for show number 6.
Right.
Yeah, we're working on some stuff. I'll tell you about it once we get off because it ain't
Okay.
it ain't solidified yet, but we working on stuff.
But we appreciate everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us again. Y'all know we love having Zoe on and as our peoples. And we appreciate y'all supporting us. Make sure to subscribe and share it with your folks. And we will just catch y'all on the next Catch That. Peace.
Yeah.